Hello YouTube. Today we are discussing the Caro-Kann defense. One variation that I like the most by Capablanca is called the Caro-Kann Capablanca variation mainline. That's the official name. As you'll see in the title of this video. Caro-Kann, from what I've been studying from a good book that it's called A Good Defensive System for Black, and it discusses how the Caro-Kann is the best type of opening against e4 for black, and I think it goes into a few other openings. When I researched this on chess.com, there's different options that you get, but it comes to a point where chess.com's database says black wins 44% of the time and white wins like 30 or 29. So this is a very dominating position for black. We'll get straight into this. So, take a normal e4 for white. Black opens c6, immediately going after this d4 square, d5 square. White's one of his most logical openings is d4. Black goes d5. White plays knight to c3. And unlike the French, this is similar to the French, knight to c3. It turns out better for black, because the French knight to c3 is almost devastating, as I discussed before. We'll continue. Go ahead and take the pawn. Knight takes. And now you have two options here. You can play your knight to d7. Knight queen 2. No. Bad computer. Knight queen 2. Or you can play the normal line, which is bishop f5. Now this, when you play bishop f5, black wins over 12% more times than white does, and the draw edge is lower than how many times white wins. So white does have a decent game, but in most tournaments, like a knockout championship, like I'm going to this Saturday, black has to win, or single round elimination, black has to win or draw. So black is okay with the draw here, and he's perfectly okay with a win. So be very careful when you play this against this opening. I've just learned this opening recently, and I believe this line is the best. So white has two options here. He can go to that square and attack the bishop. That's normal. Or he can play the much more dominating and much more. I believe it's the better move. It's part of it's part of this main line, but I can understand why Capablanca played it. It is knight c5. Now, black has really about two options here that are main line, and to dive away from the main line, he would sacrifice the pawn and go ahead and play knight d7, which is not the logical move in my point. Oh, it's not sacrificing the pawn at all when you think about it. He ends up winning that pawn back. But we're going to play this out. Queen b6. Queen b6. Very powerful move. The computer's showing us a few ideas. Go ahead, kick the bishop off the square. You can do that, but we're not going to avoid the main line. I'm going to play it through to the end. So the next move in the sequence is knight f3, natural development. E6, attacking the knight, and threatening to win a pawn. Knight retreats. Knight develops. Bishop offers trade. And in the Caro-Kann, it's very good to trade your light square bishop and play some dark square control. Bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop. There was two options here, and I believe this was the better of them. I get all of this from chess.com and game databases, how to play this opening. But knight d7 is a really good move. And the other option was I can't remember, but it was almost as good as this. White goes ahead and castles. Black sets up for some white domination. White blocks c4, taking away the square from the knight. That's all I see it possibly doing. So, white goes ahead and develops his bishop for that attack. If the knight ever falls, that attack will be devastating for white. White develops his black bishop. Black castles. Bishop c3. This is really good. Black is very dominant in this position. This is just the main line that I'm showing you. And rook goes ahead there. Tries to win a pawn. Well, not really win a pawn, but keep some control. And he goes for some major tradage. So this is the end of the main line of Capablanca. I can never pronounce his name, but his variation. And I've seen him play this in a few games that I've reviewed. So the ideal opening for black, in my opinion, and most experts' opinions, is Caro-Kann defense. It wins a whole lot of the time. We don't, as reserve players or as Class A players or whatever you are, so most players that aren't really higher up, they don't realize, they don't even look at this opening, because this opening is so advanced. Well, it was advanced when I was a reserve player. When I was about playing 1500 level, I never looked at this opening. If somebody played this opening, I would be screwed. I'd be like I know a player who's hosting our tournament, a TD, who only played d4, and I'm gonna surprise him with this opening. This opening, you might want to consider it if you want to get some good domination in black, but there are some drawbacks depending on how your opponent plays. There's a few other lines that you can make. You can start off knight c3 after c6, and that turns out, if you play it right, it is better for black. But I've seen many examples of master games where black dominates in that position, but you have to play it right. Your goal is to get rid of your light square bishop for their knight at f3, and just start dominating all over the faces. So, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment, post links to other videos. Just tell me what you think I should talk about, because there's plenty of openings to talk about. The French, I mean, right now I'm discussing openings for black, and last video was kind of a mixture. It was an opening for black, but it was a defense against an opening for black, which was the French playing knight c3. Just tell me what openings you would like to know more about. I'm quite knowledgeable, and I can start posting problems. I have a book, 1001 game-winning sacrifices and combinations, which has all bunch of tactical ideas inside of it that I can post videos of to challenge you for the answer, you can pause the video, stuff like that. They'll be quick 2-minute videos. Well, you guys have a good day.